For a man whose empire spans continents, Rupert Murdoch's real legacy may not be measured by the reach of his influence, but by the lasting harm it has caused. In his relentless pursuit of wealth, he has left a trail of misinformation and division, reshaping democracies and endangering lives in the process. This is the story of one man's obsession with the green, and the cost the world continues to pay for it. Rupert Murdoch, now 93, has built a global legacy of damage driven by his obsession with hoarding money, something that cannot be eaten, worn, used as shelter, or taken as medicine. For Murdoch, our modern Scrooge, this wealth obsession has justified promoting the Iraq War, a conflict many argued lacked legitimate legal grounds, and spreading misinformation about a deadly virus and its vaccine, all while securing his place at the front of the vaccination line. As he admitted under questioning from Smartmatic attorneys, he cares only about the green. But this pursuit of wealth comes at a tremendous human cost, far beyond the money he has amassed. Murdoch's media empire has become a vehicle for promoting division, misinformation, and even war. The Iraq War and the COVID-19 pandemic both demonstrate the depth of his influence, the first in leading the U.S. into an unjustified war, and the second in spreading public health misinformation at a time when clear, truthful communication was critical. What if Murdoch had chosen a different path? What if, instead of using his media empire to profit off controversy and division, he had chosen truth over profit, responsibility over greed? These are the questions we must ask when reflecting on his legacy, which continues to reverberate globally today. The ramifications are vast. The lies he spreads don't just divide a nation. They cost lives, stunt democracy, and ignite political movements that destabilize societies around the world. The relentless pursuit of profit defines Murdoch's legacy, and it's crucial to examine the consequences of his decisions. The Iraq War, a conflict Murdoch and his empire supported and advocated for, set the stage for a cascade of global disasters. The consequences are catastrophic. Iraq plunges into chaos, the rise of ISIS follows, and hundreds of thousands of lives are lost. While Murdoch's personal wealth grows as a result of such global instability, it is the enduring damage to democracy and trust that will likely remain his most dangerous legacy. His media empire thrives in times of conflict, feeding off the chaos he helps create, not just in the Middle East, but right here in the United States. Murdoch's media outlets don't just report the news, they shape it, manipulating public opinion and amplifying fear, resentment, and falsehoods for profit. But Murdoch's legacy doesn't stop at fueling wars. His role in the COVID-19 pandemic is equally damaging. As the world grapples with a deadly virus, Murdoch's media empire again plays a central role in fostering doubt and division. Fox News has become a breeding ground for misinformation about the virus and its vaccine. Despite the network's hesitance in recommending vaccinations to its viewers, Murdoch himself secured his vaccination early and followed strict COVID protocols at Fox, creating a disconnect between his private actions and his media empire's public messaging. What if Murdoch used his platform to support the truth instead of undermining it? The question remains, why does Murdoch choose to mislead the public? For him, the answer lies in a singular focus on profit. His empire fosters distrust in public health experts, stokes fear, and amplifies misinformation, all for the sake of ratings and ultimately revenue. His media helps create a dangerous alternative reality where facts are secondary to profits, leading to the preventable deaths of thousands of Americans who trust the information fed to them. Murdoch's business strategy isn't just profit-driven, it's power-driven. His empire doesn't just influence policy, it redefines the relationship between truth and trust in modern society. But what could have been different? Without Murdoch's empire, would the rise of Donald Trump and the Tea Party have been so powerful? Studies suggest that Fox News played a key role in creating fertile ground for these movements, helping to legitimize extreme right-wing views that now dominate the political landscape. Without Fox's unwavering support, Trump's influence may not have reached the heights it did. Could the U.S. have taken a different path toward a more inclusive, representative democracy? It's impossible to know for certain, but what we do know is that Murdoch's media empire plays a pivotal role in shaping political discourse for over 2 decades, pushing the nation to the edge of division and distrust. Murdoch's empire doesn't just shape American politics, it shapes the world. In the 2000 presidential election, Fox News' support for George W. Bush was instrumental in his victory. That support likely swayed public opinion in crucial battleground states, solidifying the foundation for the Iraq War. Without Bush in office, we can speculate that the global geopolitical landscape would look vastly different today, perhaps without the rise of ISIS or the ongoing instability in Iraq. Murdoch's empire doesn't just influence U.S. politics, it influences the fate of nations. In many ways, Murdoch's empire is a mirror to the darker side of modern capitalism, where profit comes at the expense of truth, democracy, and human lives. His empire doesn't just survive in times of crisis, it thrives in them, feeding off the very chaos that his influence helps create, not just in the Middle East, but in America too. The question must be asked: what happens when the pursuit of wealth becomes more important than the pursuit of truth? A key part of Murdoch's legacy is his ability to control the narrative, to shape public opinion on a scale that few others could even dream of. His media outlets, including Fox News, The Times, and The New York Post, have provided him with a platform to advance his political views, influence elections, and create divisions across the world. But in the pursuit of profit, Murdoch doesn't just shape public opinion. He shapes reality itself. This empire is not just about media, it's about power. Murdoch has shaped the political landscape in ways that will have repercussions for generations to come. The division sown by his media empire is not just a political or economic issue. It's a cultural issue that has undermined trust in institutions and experts. It is not just about misleading a nation, it is about breaking the very foundation of truth upon which society rests. It is important to ask, was this the cost of Murdoch's wealth? A man who amassed billions through his media empire also amassed power, influence, and the ability to shape the world in his image. But at what cost? The consequences of his actions extend far beyond politics, impacting public health, social trust, and even global stability. His empire has rewritten history, shaped elections, and redirected the course of wars. The question is no longer whether Murdoch's empire will be remembered, but how it will be remembered. In the end, Murdoch's legacy is a cautionary tale of unchecked power and profit-driven media. It serves as a warning of the dangers of consolidating media power into the hands of a few, especially when those in power care more about profit than truth. And as long as Murdoch's influence endures, we must continue to ask, what kind of world are we creating when truth is subordinated to the pursuit of wealth? Please subscribe to the Intellectualist's new YouTube channel, where we present insightful videos analyzing the current events shaping the world. Turn on notifications to receive the latest updates from the channel.